Okay. Hey y'all. So please forgive me. I look a little crazy. I've been sick for the last 3 or 4 days. And I've been laying in my bed and I've been cooling and chilling and not doing too much. Just trying to take it easy. I recorded a couple of videos, but I decided not to post them right away because I didn't know if I was just delirious when I was recording them or if they made any sense or whatever the case may be. And then I was trying to discern and decipher if I wanted to do a video pulling cards because a lot of people don't know that a lot of people don't know that I pull cards, and it's not for everybody to know. But I just was like, I'm over it. I'm tired of hiding my gifts and my talents and the things that God blessed me with. I can't help that I'm a seer. I can't help that I, what I'm saying, see things or hear things or feel things or know things that I know. Like, I am grateful for being who I am. So I'm not about to allow myself to be in despair or defeat or wanting to hide because of lack of understanding or acceptance. You know what I'm saying? It starts with accepting yourself. And so if I'm going to accept myself and truly accept all things about me, that means I have to accept the gifts that were given to me or blessed upon me or bestowed upon me as well. So I am going to do a carpool because I've been wanting to do one for a long time. And I was just led to do one, and I feel like whatever messages come out for me is messages that may also be prevalent or important or pertinent to those individuals or people that watch my videos. So I'm gonna pull the cards first, and then I'm here and get another deck. I'm gonna pull all the cards out first, and then after I pull the cards, then I'm just gonna do the reading. Um, I don't know if this is a general read or what. It's just whatever come out because that's what I've just been doing. And I already prayed over my cards and I blessed my space. And I might light another incense just to keep the energy fresh and, renewed and restored because I ain't got time for the shenanigans or the craziness. Um, but, oh, that's nice. I'm going to take them. I'm gonna take all four. I'm not sure. Do. I don't know more. One more. I'm gonna get just one more. Just one more. Just one more. um, I learned. Thank you. Love is strange. Yes, it is, baby. You should try your mind. 444 on the clock, baby. So that's a message in itself. 444. And with that being said, I'm gonna start my reading. Be quiet, baby, because I'm recording. Okay, what my cup? Doggy just hugged me. Okay. Dang it, I forgot. Okay, babe. Shh, I'm recording, babe. I'm recording. Okay. Sorry. So, I just was feeling some kind of way, and I wanted some clarity because it was just a lot. I've been feeling a lot of energy lately, and the collective energy as an overall, as a whole, and I was working to discern through or filter through what was my own energy versus what was the energy that I was feeling and that I was absorbing or that I was being able to pick up on in the just vicinity. And so it was several things that was coming to me, like accountability, being confident in yourself, being confident in new situations that are transpiring, understanding, thank you, baby, understanding, knowing um, what spirit is wanting for you to take hold of, or what spirit is wanting for you to pay attention to, or what spirit is wanting for you to become encompassed or engrossed within, right? And so I was like, well, I'm gonna do a card pull because I just want some clarity for myself, and I just want to see like what comes up or what comes out, because like I said, I was making random videos and I was recording, and I was like, I don't know if it's just, if I'm just rambling or if it was, you know, some real short enough messages or anything that really should have been shared. So I decided to pull cards on it and just use the cards to kind of help give some more clarity. And so the first deck I pulled from is called the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And so I got the Magician's Sword. It says confidence in your magic, lost compass, getting back into integrity or getting back to integrity, the moon maiden, new beginnings, gathering around the power community, and drifter, experiencing life as it becomes. So I'm gonna slow down. When I first pulled the first deck of cards, the first message I got when I saw confidence in your magic, and I said that in the beginning of the video, is being confident in your gifts, being accountable and accepting and acknowledgeable of your gifts and what spirit or ancestors or whoever you want to believe in, what you were blessed with or what you were bestowed upon within you. And you were genetically created or modified or developed in your mother's womb. Your soul signed a soul contract to be an NPC or Earth Angel, whatever. Like a twin flame journey, like you signed up to go on a particular mission to learn some things about yourself or to be able to be a part of the collective consciousness, right? And so many of us have been brainwashed to not believe or trust in our gifts. We were taught that our gifts are witchcraft, and we were taught that our gifts are not, you know, of the light or whatever the case may be, or that, you know, it was, you know, things that were like paganism or things of that nature. And if you really, really dig into your Bible and really understand Christ consciousness, excuse me, you understand and you know that you are consciousness experiencing consciousness, that you are God experiencing himself or itself through the windows of views of other beings or other people. So I like to describe it as source or spirit putting on a glove. So if my hand is source or spirit, each individual finger is an individual person or individual being or an individual piece of the whole collective that's looking at itself through different lenses or different eyes. And so each soul or each person that was sent here or allowed to come into volition here was sent here with a purpose or a goal or a mission. And it is time for you to recognize your purpose, recognize your magic, recognize the confidence in being who you were created to be. Like starting to recognize your divinity, your divine right. Like the Bible says that we are created in his or her, we're created in the image of the Most High, or we're created in the image of the Most High, the image of God's. Then that, in that sense, we are in essence God's. If God is omnipresent, omnipotent, that means he is in all things and all things and everywhere all at the same time. If he's omnipresent, that means he's inside of me too. He's inside of you. And so if he's inside of me and he's inside of you, then it's time for us to tap into our Christ consciousness, our God-given gifts, our God-given divinity and power, and be confident in what we were destined or designed to be, or to bring into volition into this realm or into this earthly plane, or whatever the case, whatever you may have it. And so with that being said, I'm gonna move to the second card, which says lost compass, getting back into integrity. So like it's like a call for us to wake up. If you pay attention to the things that's going on in society right now, it's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things that are taking you away from what you should really be focusing on, or what our spirits or our souls should really be focusing on. And some of it is necessary because it is like the triggering factor or the nominating factor that, you know, helps us to be able to kind of give me the words, Lord, determining factor that is helping us to be able to move according to our divineness, our divine path, our destiny, our fate. And so many of us are moving into new beginnings. So I'll show you the cards. The first one was Jiminy Crickets.
Jiminy Cricket's Batman?
Yeah, it's Jiminy Cricket's Batman. I don't know why I won't focus, but that's the first one. The second one is Lost Compass, and then it's Moon Maiden. I don't know why they not. Maybe it's the light, I don't know. But a lot of us are getting ready to move into new beginnings. And so we just had the 1212 portal, and with 1212 was a duality, is a doubling of the numbers 1 and 2. 1 and 2 make 3. 3 is a number of divinity, divine intervention, and things of that nature. And so it's 3 3. So 33 is a master number. And with that being that master number, is understanding that God is in the midst of what's happening. So at this point in time, if you were alert or aware or paying attention, and we still are kind of in the shadows of it because it's 1214. Because 1 and 4 is a 5, has changed. So we're still in the shadow of the 1212 portal. And so what I'm realizing, what I'm noticing is that a lot of things that were done in the dark, any type of negative energies, any type of negative spells or hexes or curses or just mindsets or whatever, is now being either brought to the forefront and wiped away, or like people's slates are being clean, and like karma is being like balanced out. So if you was out here doing the right thing and you was helping other people out, and you was doing the right thing in your own journey, and you was like looking out and you was helping out, and you was, just in the positive mind frame and the positive mindset to want what's best for other people, and not just other people but for yourself. 1111, just claiming good positive energy and just sending out good positive energy and uplifting those around you. It's time for you to recognize that this is a new beginning, that things are getting ready to start over again. Are you going to repeat the same cycles that you already went through, or are you going to recognize and realize where you need to grow up, evolve, and change, right? So it's time to start evaluating those past relationships, those past situations, those past situationships, those past communications, those past traumas, behaviors, manners, and conversations. Like, go back and pay attention to them and see what they are, and see the cycles that they have enveloped within your vicinity, or within your aura energetic field, or within your surroundings, or whatever you want to call it, and release. It's time to start letting go of things that no longer serve you, people, places, and things. Like, I'm real big on that. When I start making changes and I start evaluating myself, I move myself from people, places, and things. And it's not always easy, because it's like, dang, I done built this connection, or dang, I didn't, interacted with this person, or whatever the case may be, and I've built this relationship, or whatever the case may be, and then like I've had people actually come to me and be like, yeah, I put a spell on you, I want to do this time of truth. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch, you supposed to be my friend. So it was like, when I heard that, I was just like, okay, I need to move. I need to get away from you, people, places, and things. And so it's time to start recognizing and realizing the power of your actual community, like calling in your soul tribe with gathering around. The power of community, recognizing your community, the community that is for you, your soul tribe, the people that understand and get you, the people that are not going to judge you, or make you feel some kind of way, or mistreat you, or tear you down. It's time to start surrounding yourself with the people that are going to uplift you or build yourself up. And the only way that you're going to attract those people to is when you start to call yourself back to you. And so I have recorded, like I said, I was recording videos while I was sick, and I was just like, I ain't posting none of this. I'm not in the mood. I don't know if this is a good energy, and I don't want to put that kind of energy out into the atmosphere. Like, I'm not that type of person. So like, if my energy not right, I'm just going to isolate and move myself to myself, or just hold myself to myself until I'm grounded and I feel secure enough or good enough to be able to share again. And so understanding that is understanding self-love, and understanding your energy, and understanding yourself, and understanding who you are, and exercising and making sure that you are one, first fellowshipping with yourself. Like, I had a lot of people like, oh, you need to go to church, and you need to be out around people, and church is about fellowship, and church is about blah, 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 blah. Okay, friend, I hear everything you're saying. I know what you're saying is true to a degree, or has some weight to it to a degree. However, I've had my experience with being in church. I've had my experience with being in several different churches, in fact. And what I've come to find, the commonality in those different environments is that it's still the same people that are in those different environments. Like, you have some people that are really genuinely there because they genuinely are there to uplift and uphold the true teachings of the Most High, or Christ consciousness. And then you have some individuals that's there just because they just there to be there. They space holders. Then you have some individuals that are there to seek to take and pull from the light workers and pull from the good energy. So it's just like, I don't have time to be sitting around listening to someone else's interpretation of what I myself can take the time to sit down and interpret myself as well. Like, not to say that, I'm against going to church and stuff like that, because I'm not saying it at all, because there are times where I feel like I really just need to be in the house of the Lord, and God's going to give me whatever I need to get. Like, that message is going to ring true or come through. I just trust my intuition when it's time for me to go and when it's time for me to sit and be still, because sometimes God needs you to be alone. He needs to isolate you so that he can get you to be alert or aware of what's really going on around you, because sometimes we so in the midst of moving around and we are, experiencing life as it comes. Like it says, drifting, experiencing life as it comes. Next card. 14. We're so in the midst of experiencing life as it comes that sometimes we lose track of the purpose or reason as to why we were even in that scenario in the first place, or why we were even put in that position in the first place. And so you have to be adaptable in all environments, but you also have to be grounded within yourself and know your reason as to why you are there, right? You have to also observe. You got to pay attention. You got to take note to what God wants you to pay attention to. Like at all times, you always got to ask God to be in the midst of your situation and be in the midst of the surroundings of whatever it is that you are transpiring through, or whatever it is that is transpiring around you, right? And so when you're being observant, that means taking in everything, like reevaluating the people around you, reevaluating yourself, evaluating what was being said, who's saying what, when, where, and why, what the energy is, what it feel like. Like I'm real big and I'm real quick to like pray on a situation when it don't feel right, or ask God for some guidance when it don't feel right, or ask Spirit for some guidance when it don't feel right, or it just something just not clicking and I don't know what it is, or it's just too much, or I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm like, okay, what is all this energy and why am I feeling all this energy? Is this even my energy, or is this somebody else pulling on my energy? And if so, what do I need to do, or what do I need to say to stop it? What do I need to do, or what do I need to say to block it? What do I need to do, or what do I need to say to uplift, or to give clarity, or to like hold on, to like find light in that situation. So to give light in that situation. So it's just like, okay, God, what do you need me to do, or how do you need me to do it? You know what I mean? How do you need me to show up? Not just for myself, but show up for your people, for your beings, for your light workers, for your angels, for your spirit guides, for your children, for my brothers, my sisters, whoever. However you need me to show up, what is it that I need to be doing in that moment? What am I needing to pay attention to, right? Because sometimes it's overwhelming when you just in your own space and you just, your mind, I know for me, I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, when my mind is constantly pacing, or I'm feeling all these different things, I'm like, all right, I'm overwhelmed. I don't like being overwhelmed. So what is it about this situation right now that's having me feel overwhelmed or over just stimulated? Why is this happening right now? What is it that you're trying to get me to, pay attention to? And so when I take that time to just like kind of just hone in, I learned to just take a deep breath and just breathe. And then I begin to recognize and pay attention to what battle is mine, what situation is mine, what's not mine, what scenario pertains to me, what scenario doesn't pertain to me, what can I do and what I can't do, what I can physically do in terms of helping the situation along or helping the situation out versus what I can't do to help the situation or scenario along. Like learning how to stay in my lane and just focus on what God needs me to focus on at that point in time. And as I begin to do that, I'm learning and I'm beginning to see the manifestations of God's grace in my life. Like I operate and I exercise in gratitude to a great deal, because like you never know when the next day is going to be your last. You know what I'm saying? So like you always want to be in a state of gratitude and be grateful and appreciative for everything that's happening to you. So in order for you to do that, you have to be mindful of your situation. Like my shit could be way worse than what it is. You know what I'm saying? I've been homeless 5 times. I've been in a state where I was molested, or I was abused, or I went through domestic violence. I've been in a state where I've had people robbing and stealing from me. Like I've been in these situations and scenarios where it was detrimental or hurtful to not just myself, but to the people around me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, how do I maneuver? How do I get out of this space? How do I get out of this darkness? Like, I don't want to be here, but you have me here, and you have me here for a reason. Why do you have me here? And so it's like, I used to always question God, like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why? And my sisters would be like, well, why not you? And I'm like, what you mean? Like why would I don't want this to be going on. Yeah, I understand now. Like, okay, sometimes God takes you through certain situations and scenarios so that when you elevate, you are paving the way for somebody else to come behind you, and you can say, hey, if I can get through this, so can you. If I can transpire through this situation, or I can transmute this energy, or if I can rise up, so can you. If I can manifest the life that I see myself going towards, so can you. You just have to keep moving forward. You have to, go through the process and put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And so as you begin to manifest and you begin to like, you know, because the Bible says have a vision and make it plain, or like, you know, have a vision and make it plain, or God knows the desires of the wants and the needs of your heart, right? So if your heart posture is correct and you are moving according to God's will and God's way, and you're exercising the gratitude, being thankful and grateful and appreciative for all the things you already had, the things that you know that you deserve, or the things that you know that you are working towards, will be a lot easier for you to manifest, as opposed to you wanting and working towards something you ain't really putting no real effort into it, or you not learning from your past mistakes or your past, you know, situations or relationships, whatever the case may be. So like I can break it down like this. So like in my past relationships, I've had horrible past relationships. Like, and I don't know what it is. Like, dudes don't play with me. Like, I'm not the one to play with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very sweet, kind, compassionate person. But what I had to learn over the years was to toughen up. Right? Not to be so vulnerable, not to be so gullible, not to be so easygoing, not to be so, you know, oh, it's okay, so passive, you know what I'm saying? Letting people do certain things and just be like, okay, it's all right. I'm real quick to turn the other cheek. And now I'm learning, okay, I can turn the other cheek, but I'm gonna let you know what it is first before I turn this cheek, sis. Cause bro, whoever you are, like, I'm gonna let you know, look, you play with me, this is what you did, this is what it's not gonna be, this is what's not gonna go down again, you know what I'm saying? I'm setting the boundaries now that need to be set. And in terms of setting those boundaries, I'm starting to build and strengthen the bond within myself, and the relationship within myself, and the relationship that I have with the Most High, because God said don't be no fool, right? He said don't be no fool, you know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes, you know, you get into this level of comfortability where you just kind of become stagnant or stuck, because it's like, you know, well, I'm used to this and I'm used to that and I'm used to the situation being this way and I'm used to the person being this way, or this person saying this or this person saying that. And you become comfortable in your trials and your tribulations. You become comfortable in your traumas, and you don't really necessarily know how to get out of them, because it's like, well, it's this is what's gonna be because this is what it was and this is what it's gonna be and this is how it was for all this. No, like God said, don't be no fool, right? In order for you to rise up out of the ashes, to turn into that phoenix rising, you have to recognize where you are. Give yourself some grace for what you have gone through and what you have experienced. Forgive yourself and others for their parts in the situation, and make a conscious decision or choice to move forward. Like, stop allowing yourself to stay stuck or stagnant or still. Now, it's not saying that you can't sit with a situation for a while to like weigh the pros and cons or weigh your options, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to weigh your pros and cons. You're supposed to weigh your options. You're supposed to take the time to kind of just sit with the situation and really, excuse me, confirmation, feel your feelings. And a lot of times we don't want to feel our feelings because our feelings be having us up, right? Our feelings be really having us feel some kind of way. And what I'm learning is that it's okay to sit with your feelings and feel whatever it is you need to feel. And the sooner you face your feelings head on and you address the situation head on, the sooner you can move past it. Not to say that you're just trying to, you know, go through to get over real quick, but you have to go through it to get through it, to get over it. Right? Like you got to feel what needs to be felt so that you can create that energy shift, or find the shifting in the energy. Like for me, for a while, for like, I want to say like the last 4 or 5 years, I wouldn't cry. I used to be a cry baby all the time. You cry, you cry too much. You always cry. You like to cry. Okay, so what? Right? I let other people make me feel some kind of way about my feelings and expressing my feelings. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that no more. This year, I'm not going to let you have me stifled or stuck or stagnant or feeling some kind of way because you don't like the fact that I cry, or you don't like the fact that I'm in tune with my feelings, or you don't like the fact that I express myself this way. Like, who the fuck is you, right? Like, these are my feelings. This is what I am experiencing, and it's okay for you to feel your feelings. You have permission to feel your feelings, and if you don't, give yourself permission. I told my niece a few days ago, because, you know, she going through some things, you know, it's her personal business. I ain't about to put out there, you know, I ain't for everybody. But I told her, like, you got to give yourself permission to go through what you're going through. Give yourself permission to feel what you need to feel. Sometimes we take our permissions away and we give it to somebody else. We take our power away and we give it to somebody else, and we expect somebody else to give us the permission or give us the it's an A word. Give us the I want to say accreditation. It's not accreditation. But we expect somebody else to give us that assurance that it's okay for us to do what we're doing. No, give yourself that own assurance. Like, assure yourself it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be irritated. It's okay to be annoyed. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be overwhelmed. All of these things that you're feeling are valid feelings. It's okay to feel these things. It's okay to be in these spaces. What's not okay is staying in these spaces and not doing anything about them. What's not okay is acting on these feelings or emotions in a negative or low vibrational way. Meaning taking your feelings and emotions out with somebody around you when the whole time they ain't had nothing to do with it. Or just blowing up because that's what you doing right there. And sometimes you do have to vent and you have to, get it out your system. But it's not someone else's fault that you're feeling what you're feeling. Your feelings are an indication that you know that you need to make changes within you. It's nobody else's fault that you're feeling what you're feeling. It's your feelings. You are in control of your feelings. So it's time for you to be brave. It's time for you to make a new change. It's time to allow things to come to a close. It's time to allow things to kind of come to an end so that you can make the change that needs to be changed, so you can learn to love yourself, right? And this is the whole reading because I read all the cards, but the last card was love is strange. And that is so true because love is going to always be strange to you until you learn what love is for you. Until you identify what love is for you, until you are able to grasp what love is or what love means to you. And before you can love anything outside yourself, you have to learn to love yourself and build a relationship with yourself. And that starts with understanding and knowing that your body is a temple. Your body is a divine vessel that carries a divine being or a divine light. And this body needs to be nurtured and cared for and respected and trusted and listened to and just honored for what it is, right? Because it was created that way. You know what I'm saying? If you don't value you and you don't love you and you don't listen to you and you don't honor you, nobody else is going to do that for you. It starts with you. So stop looking for, approval outside yourself. Stop looking for assurance outside yourself. Stop looking for, accountability outside. Look for all those things within yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Respect yourself. Honor yourself. Hear yourself. Right? Feed yourself the right things. Like I told you, I've been blowing. I've been smoking Black and Milds, and every now and then I hit a little tree here and there. I'm like, well, I don't want to keep hurting my lungs. I don't want to keep inhaling and ingesting, paraphernalia into my body. I love my body. I want to respect my body. I want to listen to my body. And so I was like, yo, I got to stop quitting. I got to stop quitting. I got to stop smoking. I got to quit smoking, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm telling my baby to listen to me in this regard. Let me take my own advice. Let me apply that to myself. You know what I'm saying? So I smoked my last Black and Mild. I was like, you know what? I give myself permission to stop smoking. I give myself permission to love myself enough to not want to smoke any more Black and Milds or smoke any more marijuana, whatever the fuck I was, doing and indulging in. I give myself permission to love myself enough, to love my temple enough to take care of my temple, to eat the right things, to exercise on a regular basis, to drink some water. Because like I said, I've been sick for the last 4 days now. Baby, when I tell you, the rest of the sleep has been great. But the inability to move around how I want to and not have the energy that I need to be able to do the things I want to do, it don't feel good, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to move how I need to move and take in what I need to take in. And if I can't do these things because I'm not taking care of my things, then how am I to tell you how to take care of yourself if I'm not doing it? That's a hypocrite. I ain't no fucking hypocrite. I ain't gonna be the pot calling the kettle because I already know I ain't perfect. I know I make mistakes, right? So let me practice what I preach. Let me take care of myself. Let me drink some water because I know I need to drink water because I've been dehydrated. Let me eat the right foods because I know I ain't been eating right or not eating at all for real. Let me get some rest and be okay with getting some rest. Let me give myself permission to be able to slow down for a moment and just relax, rest, and release the things that's not serving, the things that's pulling me down. Because the only time you really getting sick is when you allowing your energy field to be interjected with nonsense and negativity. People sending you shit or sending you, negative energy. Is going to take effect if you're not taking care of you. It's going to have some type of effect on you if you're not loving on you. So it's time to recognize and realize that it's time for us to love on ourselves. It's time for us to stand in our true power. It's time for us to accept our callings on our lives. It's time for us to let our light shine and not be afraid to be who God called us to be. It's time for us to press forward and just respect the space and start moving. You know what I'm saying? If it's time for us to let people go, let them people go and let them go in peace and recognize your part in whatever situation that you play in that situation. Like, don't be trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm better than you because I moved on. Or I'm better than you because I grew up. Or I'm better than you because I got this. No. At one point in time, you was them. And they were you. At one point in time, y'all was one and the same. At one point in time, it was something about that person that you was attracted to, or something about that person that was a reflection of you. Because otherwise, you wouldn't even be connected to that person in no way, shape, or fashion. Right? So give some grace where grace is due, and then make the changes that need to be made. And like, everybody not going to agree with the changes that you're choosing to make. Everybody not going to see where you're going. Everybody not going to see your vision. But that's not for them to determine. That's for you to determine. As long as you're moving in the right direction and you're doing the work that needs to be done, that's all that matters. Right? Like, give them grace. Ask for forgiveness for yourself. Ask for forgiveness for them. Forgive them for their parts too. Forgive yourself for your part in it, and make the decision to move forward in the right direction, in the right way. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message for the day. That's my first time doing cards on camera that I think I'm actually going to post, because like I said, I'm not big on broadcasting that my car pulling or whatever the case may be. I like to show the cards, but as you can see, my camera wasn't being cooperative. So, I mean, we'll get into it. The more I feel comfortable within my own gifts and my own craft, I will begin to open up and share out more with you. Because, baby, when I tell you it's been some stuff going on in the atmosphere, it's been some stuff going on in the atmosphere. And it's like, I've been feeling it, but I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. I ain't about to put it out there. People don't need to know what I know. Unless I want them to know what I know. You know what I'm saying? I know what I know. I know what I'm picking up. I know what my intuition ain't never steered me wrong. So I ain't about to sit here and play with my own intuition. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of discerning. Like one of the cards said, pick your battles. So it's like, okay, pick my battles. What do I want to talk about? What do I really want to focus on? What do I want my channel to be grounded or versed in? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to pay attention to the shenanigans and the nonsense and the craziness that's been going on? Do I want to be a storyteller and tell the stories of what I'm picking up in the energy? Or do I really want to just relay light, love, and positive energy and uplift the collective? And so I'm choosing to kind of move more towards the prophetic side and relay the messages that God is giving me or land on my heart to share. So I hope and I pray that this message resonates, that it's not too long, because I really be trying not to make the videos too long. But hopefully I will be able to add more, share more messages of this nature. With that being said, peace, I share your minister, and peace to not on self to be true.